Yes, I did. It's been life-changing, actually. To be a stay-at-home mum, to have replaced my corporate income, to not need a job again, to have the money for vacations, to have the time with my family. It's been absolutely amazing. It took me a while to get my head around running an online business, but I persevered. I kept telling myself, I'll get this. I'll be able to learn it. I'll succeed as long as I don't quit. I have what it takes. So I really got stuck into the personal development of the business, and I had my first 10K profit month in month 6. When I was looking for a business, I was very clear on what I wanted. So I knew I wanted to be earning 6 figures. I knew I wanted to be flexible from home. I knew I wanted it to be something that's meaningful and contributing to people's lives. So I went looking until I found something that ticked my boxes. I'd burnt out in corporate. There's no way I wanted that life again. And I'd always wanted to be a stay-at-home mum. My mum was with us every day and I loved it, and I wanted to be a stay-at-home mum for my children. I also didn't want to rely on my husband. I wanted my own independent income because I was used to making money. I was used to spending money and having the choices, and I didn't want that taken away from me. I didn't want to have to go to ask him when I wanted to buy something. I wanted the freedom. I took the time to pull businesses apart. I looked at a lot of businesses, and most of them, it was just complete nonsense. People that I just didn't even believe what they were saying. I didn't trust them. I couldn't see how the business worked or how it would make the money they said it would. I was really confused and actually really disillusioned because I knew what I wanted, but I was just, how am I going to find this? So I kept going. I kept looking at businesses. I kept pulling them apart, doing the maths, asking questions, looking at information until I found something that I felt was wholesome and could also get me to where I wanted to go. It took me about 10 days to set up the business, and that was just doing a little bit each day because my brain gets overloaded really quickly, so I could only handle a small amount each day. Now, I chose a business that already has the products, the systems, the training, the support, everything in place. Now, it took a while to find one that works, but once I did, it meant I could do the training at my pace. I could stop and start it as many times as I wanted until I got it. So my business generated nearly 7,000 profit in the 3rd month, and then my first 10K profit in the 6th month. And then I used the personal development products of the business to absolutely break through all of my limiting beliefs, all the things that have been holding me back really for all of my life. I really wanted to turn my life around. I really wanted to create the choices for myself and my family. So I looked at myself, I did the personal growth work to absolutely break through. And in my 11th month, I earned 51,000 profit. So you can imagine, life-changing. So the first 3 months were a complete blur for me, but I just kept following the training and kept giving it a go. That's the great thing about being your own boss. You can choose when you work. And I chose an online business because I wanted to be able to be done from anywhere and just with complete flexibility. I didn't want there to be stock and warehousing, fulfillment and all those complex things. I just wanted a simple business where I do this, I make that amount of money, no stress, no complexity. So I choose how much I work, I choose when I work. And initially I just find snippets of time where I could just do one of the steps required. Even 5 minutes here and there made a big difference. And even when my son went to kindy and school, I prioritized the time with him when he was home. So I just did some of the work in those hours that he was out. Otherwise, it was just done during nap time or independent playtime, things like that. So the first thing is you need to believe it is possible. If you don't believe it, you won't look for a solution and you won't persevere when the going gets tough. If you have the dream, go for it. Don't let anyone or anything stop you. Secondly, put some time towards it. Whatever you can, even if it's just 10 minutes a day to start with. Prioritize some time for your personal growth and learning entrepreneurship. I've got plenty of tools I can share with you actually, so just click the link in the comments to grab them. Personal growth and being willing to learn has been a game changer in my life. Third, when you're looking at a business model, make sure you do the maths. And if you don't understand it, get someone else to look over it. It may sound great, but in reality, it might not stack up, so beware. I don't want you to waste precious time and money on something that doesn't get you what you want. The money you want, the time freedom, and the choices for you and your family. I had a checklist actually. So I wanted something that was fulfilling and meaningful, because most of my life in corporate, I just felt I was moving from one company to another and making no difference in anyone's lives. So it had to be something that's wholesome and helping others. It needed to be worth my time and effort. So that's where doing the maths came in and looking at the return on investment figures. It needed to get me 6 figures. I didn't want to be doing anything that's just making $1,000 a month. I needed to clearly see that it could replace my job income. I needed a system to follow. I didn't want to come up with everything myself, but I'd been burnt in other businesses. So I wanted a system that actually works and to be involved with people who are actually succeeding. They're walking the talk. I didn't want stress and overload. I wanted simple, doable, and time efficient. I didn't want stock or staff or any of that complexity. I didn't want to be managing people. I just wanted to be responsible for myself. I didn't want to be relying on others like a team or anything like that to be making the money.